What if the most brilliant mind of the 20th century also unleashed the most terrifying force the world has ever known? Oppenheimer isn't just a story about a bomb, it's about obsession, guilt, politics, and the fragile line between genius and destruction. But what did the movie leave out? And how much of what we saw really happened? Let's dive deeper into the secrets, historical context, and hidden meanings behind Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. J. Robert Oppenheimer wasn't just a theoretical physicist. He was the man who led the Manhattan Project, the ultra-secret U.S. military effort to build the atomic bomb during World War II. But before that, he was a complex character, a poetic soul, fluent in Sanskrit, obsessed with quantum mechanics, and politically aligned with leftist ideas, dangerous in a time when America feared communism more than fascism. The film shows his rapid rise as a physicist, but also hints at the inner conflict that haunted him. The science he loved was about to be weaponized in ways he never imagined. At the core of the film is the Manhattan Project, centered in Los Alamos, New Mexico, where Oppenheimer gathered the world's top scientists in a race against Nazi Germany. The movie captures the urgency, secrecy, and ambition. But one thing it doesn't fully explore is how Oppenheimer had to act like both a general and a genius. He wasn't just solving equations, he was managing egos, leading thousands, and reporting to powerful military men like General Leslie Groves. The Trinity test, where the first bomb was successfully detonated in July 1945, is a dramatic centerpiece of the film. What you may have missed is how close it came to failure. There were real fears it could ignite the entire atmosphere. And yet, Oppenheimer watched it unfold, whispering lines from the Bhagavad Gita, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." Nolan's film is layered with time jumps and intense dialogue, but some real-life events are compressed or skipped. Here's what many viewers miss. The toll on Oppenheimer's mental health was even more severe than shown. After the war, he suffered depression, grew isolated, and confessed he had blood on his hands. The extent of U.S. espionage fears: several of Oppenheimer's colleagues were under surveillance, and some did leak secrets to the Soviets. While Oppenheimer never did, his friendships with communists would later cost him everything. The Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings are barely shown in the film. That's because the story isn't about the explosion, it's about the aftermath in the minds of those who caused it. Oppenheimer's guilt spiraled after Japan's devastation. He met with President Truman and reportedly said, "Mr. President, I feel I have blood on my hands." Truman called him a crybaby and banned him from the White House. One of the film's main threads is the infamous 1954 security hearing, essentially a political witch hunt. Oppenheimer was accused of being a national security risk during the Cold War. In reality, this was about power, politics, and revenge. Lewis Strauss, a powerful figure in the Atomic Energy Commission, felt slighted by Oppenheimer and orchestrated the hearing to humiliate him. The film shows Oppenheimer stripped of his security clearance, despite his contributions to the U.S. war effort. The tragedy: the very man who gave America the bomb was destroyed by the same country he helped protect. Oppenheimer isn't just a biopic. It's a psychological thriller about conscience. The constant ticking sound? It's not just a clock, it's the countdown to detonation, the heartbeat of guilt, and the ticking time bomb of betrayal. Nolan also uses black and white versus color scenes to represent objectivity versus subjective memory. We're not just seeing what happened, we're seeing how it felt to those involved. Oppenheimer wanted to be remembered as a great scientist, but history remembers him as the father of the atomic bomb. That contradiction is the core of his internal conflict. In the end, Oppenheimer is about more than science. It's about the danger of human ambition unchecked by empathy. It's a chilling reminder that those who invent history-shaping technology don't always control how it's used. The film asks, can someone change the world and still live with themselves afterward? Oppenheimer couldn't. He died in 1967, broken and forgotten by the institutions he once served. Oppenheimer leaves you with questions that still echo today, about power, responsibility, and what it means to truly serve humanity. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep-dive movie recaps that go beyond the screen. This is more than just a movie, it's a warning from history. If this breakdown made you see Oppenheimer in a whole new light, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Want more deep movie recaps and untold truths behind the biggest films? Then go ahead and subscribe to Smart Mind and turn on the bell so you never miss an upload. Remember, Smart mind, smart life. You only live once, so make every story count.